Hello, this is JilliBling. I have another project using Queen Bee Bundle and quite a few other stamp sets today. But take a look at this project. A little bit different than the other ones, huh? And I'm loving it. So I'll be using Queen Bee, frame florets, pretty medallion, which is the background. I need to use this somehow more. Whiskey Business just for the wood. The dies I'll be using layering circles and, of course, Queen Bee dies. So let's get started. Milky dots. Adhesive back milky dots. These are my new favorite. Love them. I want to put them on just about everything. So let's start with the bottom of the card and work our way up. Pieces, pieces, lots of little bits. Okay, mango. I love this color. I don't use it that much, but I like it. I like mangoes. Okay, and this piece here will stamp the Queen Bee. There's this big long bottom border piece. You could put it on Stamparatus and have it as a background. Okay. That's granite gray. So this piece, oh, and this background, hold on. The papers we'll be using are, this is from the Celebration catalog, and this is page 14. You get this paper for free, and it's a big pack. And it's this piece right here. Also, Queen Bee, which I just found out is on back order until March. So usually I have an open window for ordering the bundle. If you order the bundle, this is a Gotta Have It box, a GHI. If you order the bundle through me, I love to send you the 5 card kits as a thank you. But this is on back order until, I think it's March 13th. So I'll extend the date out to a week after it comes in, so about March 20th. So if you order between now and March 20th, I'd love to send you the free card kits. And I could show you the other 5 or the other 4. This is number 4. And then of course, Abigail Rose, this paper here that looks like notebook paper, vintagey notebook paper. So the other ones are these. Look at this one. A gift card holder. So there's already the videos out there on all these. And the first one, this one is supposed to be tied right here in a little bow like that. But look how pretty. Okay, we covered everything. Let's stick this to the granite gray paper. Go right here at the bottom, and I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog. And my blog is JilliBling.com. Okay, so next is this piece right here. You're like, well, how'd you get that? That is just cut. Like, I can't do that. Sure you can. Just make a kind of a smooth cut. And then we'll do a little bit of paper piecing. Paper piercing. Paper piecing, that's fun too. So here is my take your pick tool, and I am just going to put little pokes all along the edges. And if you have a sewing machine, you could do that if you like. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's kind of the fun with a vintage collage style card. Perfection is not needed. Some of my pokes are, because I pushed harder, they're bigger. Other ones are just little. See, nothing fancy, but fun. And I'm not going to put this on yet because we have to stamp on it. So this can go onto here. Dimensionals. More than what I probably need. I'm going to flip that over. I didn't fold it exactly correct, and I want the bigger side on top. Okay, so let's get to stamping on here. So I'm going to use the medallion. Oh, and we'll be using some gingham, black and white gingham ribbon too. So here's the medallion. And ink it with granite gray. And I want this corner to have the stamp on it. Definitely want the center. So I'll just put it on here like that. And there it is. Isn't that beautiful? I need to use that more often. Somehow, some project. And also on here you can see a little bit of the wood grain, this leaf, and I think that's all that's stamped on here. So here's the wood grain. Stamp off wood grain. Okay. And this leaf is from florets, frame florets, which is another great bundle, which is on back order too. It's like, oh, people have been going crazy buying stuff, which is great, but it's hard for us that want it. Okay, I'm getting carried away here. This one is going to look different than the sample. Okay, so this is ready to be attached. Okay, so that's inside paper, inside paper. We'll do that in a few minutes. We're done doing the poking. So let's do some die cutting. So I have these pieces. And I have a big circle for the mango. And little leaves for right back behind here. Did you see? Here's the little leaves right here. Of course, the milky dots. This little hive thing, we'll cut that out. Another leaf and another hive. And of course, this heart. Did I show you the inside? So there's one heart in gold, 2, 3 hearts. Here is a little circle. We'll get 3 hearts. So this hive can go right here. I'll do 2 of those. And then of course the bee. Oh, let's stamp the bee. So the bee is going to be in Memento because there's a little bit of coloring, just a hint of coloring. So the bee, so the coloring, see how there's just a little bit of coloring? You could see the soft seafoam leaves, just a little bit of color on the flowers. I wanted to be kind of monochromatic. Okay, so let's get these pieces cut. Okay. And circle and hives. I'm done with that. Hold on just a minute. So this can be attached to the mango circle. Right in the middle. Because it's a circle, it doesn't matter about placement at this point. And this will be attached. And a little gold heart. So this afternoon, actually this morning, Mama and I were going to go out and do our nails today. Tony says, do Valentine's. I'm like, I already did that. Valentine's, it's almost here. So I'd do something. Okay, looking good. So, how about I'm attaching the gingham ribbon back behind the circle. I love this ribbon. So to attach the ribbon, I'm just going to load up the back with adhesive. Making sure the heart stayed in place. Okay, so I want this to be shown just a bit. Then here, I'll make a little loop. Then another loop. And it doesn't matter which way your loops go. Or you know what, some particular people, they would care Well, both of mine are going the same way, but I'm not all that particular. Okay, trim that off, and then I'll make the ends pretty here in just a minute. See, so it's a mess on the back, but that's fine. No one sees that. Okay, so this is ready. Boy, all those pieces, and it comes down to just this. So the lines on the designer paper, I want those to be parallel with the edges of the card. So I'll put that about there on dimensionals. And at this point, I'm going to do like just 2 dimensionals. No, I can. Okay, I'm going to do all the dimensionals. Sometimes I just do a few dimensionals in the middle, so I'm able to tuck in like the leaves and the hive, but those don't get tucked in very much, so I'll just do it regular. Can't lose those cute little hearts, and I should come up with a plan for my little add-ons. I want one of them to be a little bit over the ribbon. That one needs to go there, otherwise it's real blank. Okay, it'll just go there. Maybe. Okay, and then these little things, I have them positioned opposite, and I want them to be maybe a little bit more artsy. So maybe this one can be here. I know, some of you are like, what's the problem? Or you're telling me where to put it. Lori would always text me, I was yelling at you. I was watching on my phone. I was yelling at you, telling you where to put it. Yeah, I didn't hear ya. Okay, looking good. And these little hive things, they come in the queen bee dies, which is perfect. Perfect coordination. I don't want it to hide too much. I like that. There, that's looking good. One more. I'm so disappointed it's on back order. So when you get yours, when you order it, you know we're going to be loving it. Guess everyone loves it. Okay, so now just the gems and the outside is done. The inside we have a little bit of coloring. So in these, I was thinking, how about these? Because they're very similar to the mango. But then I think if I use these, it's just part of the collage. These, it makes your eye look at the bee and the bright paper. I don't want it to be distracting. I'm going to put 5 of them on. Okay, so the outside is done. Pretty pretty, huh? So let's do the inside. Let's take the inside vanilla paper and turn it into beautifulness. I like the way this one came out. It's a little bit busy, but I like it. Okay, this is most handy. Start with this along the side. And how about medallion? Medallion. And I don't want it to be too dark because that's where we're supposed to be writing. So I'll do a stamp off. Then I want it in this corner, the circle. And look at that. You think I planned that? But that's fine. Okay, and then we need some of that little wood plank. And this is definitely stamped off, because if it's full strength, that's really dark. That's really dark. Well, and the leaves. I love the, I'm going to do the leaves after the flutters. And so lucky to call you friend. Okay, and now the leaves. Then a little bit of coloring. Am I making you cringe that I'm stamping on my layer paper? I'll flip it over. Okay, that's good. That one's really dark, that wood grain. Yeah. Okay, so for coloring, this is dark seafoam. And I will do all of the leaves in dark seafoam. And there's little leaves on the bee body, on row number 2 and row number 3. And because the area that I'm coloring is so small, I'm not going to do any blending of the colors because I don't think you would see light and dark on here. I think just the dark is fine. Hopefully I'm not missing. I'll find out soon enough if I'm missing any of the leaves, coloring them. That's distracting. Ooh, that's better. And some of these flowers, I found out after coloring just about all of the first one that some of these flowers, it's just like the bottom part and the flower is leaning over. Like this one right here. That's like the little sepal, sepal, the flower holder. Right there. And there's another one on here that's kind of, well, I don't know where it went. That's okay. Because I was coloring them with pumpkin pie, trying to make them a flower center. It's like, no, that's the bottom of the flower. I'm not sure what all this is over here. Okay, I think that's it. I'll keep the seafoam marker nearby. Then to identify each of these little flowers, put a dot. And this is pumpkin pie light. I'm pretending like it's mango, because I don't have a mango marker. You know, at one time they did. I don't know why they took that away. That was like one of my favorite. It's perfect for coloring flowers or blending flowers or things. I'm sure there's a reason. Okay, we've identified the flowers. Colored the leaves. So this is Petal Pink Light, and this is just so that the flowers are not plain old vanilla. I'm just adding a hint of color, and when it dries even lighter than what you see right here. So that's good. I don't have to be neat, but it just adds just a little bit of color to the flowers, but they still look white. Okay, and now this part here makes all the difference. So I have granite gray because it matches the granite gray paper. This is granite gray dark, and I'm going to go right along the edge to kind of fill it in. I appreciate all the detail in the stamp, and this will just first of all make the bee look like it goes with the paper. But it's still allowing the detail to show through, but it's just filling it in a bit. I think you could do that with any color. For instance, if you had a blue card, you could make it like balmy blue, or like maybe one of the green blues, because I've seen bees have kind of an iridescent shimmer to them. And of course, all the black outline and detail would be there, but you could give it just a hint of color. Or maybe something in the red-brown family. Some of the skin tone colors might be nice. But see the difference from this bee to that bee? It just looks a little bit more, as I put my thumb over it, a little bit more complete, I think. But I know some of you don't like coloring, and you're like, oh, I'll skip that part. This makes me think I should have stamped less of a flutter so there'd be less coloring to do, huh? Okay, that is Granite Dark, and lastly, well, almost lastly, is Granite Light for the wings. And again, to fill in all these tiny little dot areas, just so that it looks like, oh, that's the wing right there. And it also makes the little white flowers stand out even more because it has dark behind them. Oop, I see a leaf I did in color. Back to Granite Light. The petal pink in the flowers, you can hardly see it. But if you compared one with the petal pink to one without the petal pink, it does make a difference. Almost there. Okay, you know how I said almost done, and that's because Granite Dark, I'm going to go in just a few of these like little deep cracks, which will give it just a little bit of extra definition. Okay, I think that's it. So now we could put on the gold hearts. Isn't that pretty? Isn't it fun? Do you like collage stuff? I do, every once in a while. Okay, more than every once in a while. Periodically, little gold heart. Okay, get that all lined up. Good. And this goes on the inside. I don't want those hearts to move. Heart stayed right in place. Don't you love that? I mean, this is quite the color. Okay, so there is today's project. Queen Bee. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. Bye!